Okay, welcome to another edition of the Above the Bridge podcast. I'm your host, Thaddeus Park. For anyone just tuning in, please like, subscribe to our content. You can find us on Instagram. You can also get our podcast on any platform that you can get your podcast on. Also, our YouTube channel. So subscribe, like, listen. Thank you guys for all your support. First thing I want to do is shout out our sponsors. First, we have Defend Hawaii, and they've been my sponsor since day one. Right now, they're going through their Christmas drops, so go check them out. They have a lot of cool stuff that you can get for Christmas presents. They have a store in Windward Mall called No One, or you can go to defendhawaii.com. Check out everything you want to order. Use promo code ATBPOD upon checkout, and you'll get 15% off your entire purchase order. Next, we have iRep Detail Supply. They're your one-stop shop superstore for anything you need to detail your car, truck, minivan, whatever vehicle you have. They have a store in Temple Valley Shopping Center, also in Las Vegas for you Las Vegas listeners. If not, go to their website. Go to irepdetailsupply.com. Use promo code ATBPOD upon checkout, and you will also get 15% off your entire purchase order. Next, we have Hawaii Candy Factory, and this by far would probably be the best stocking stuffer. They're local Hawaiian snacks. They have lihimui gummies, treats, anything you can think of. They got it. Any local kind of snacks, they got it. Go check them out at Hawaii Candy Factory. Promo code ATBPOD upon checkout. You'll get 10% off your entire purchase order. Last, we have our Medicinal Mushroom Company, a locally based medicinal mushroom company here in Hawaii. And right now they have 4 extracted mushroom tinctures for health benefits. If you check out their website, medmushroomhigh.com, you can find out what each one of these mushrooms, what their benefits are. They have lion's mane, turkey tail, chaga, and red reishi. I take all 4 of these mushrooms religiously every single day. I take the first 3 in the morning and the red reishi at night to help me sleep. If you go to their website, medmushroomhigh.com, promo code ATBPOD upon checkout, all capitals, you will get 45% off your first tincture of mushrooms. That could also be a good stocking stuffer. So go check them out. It's Medicinal Mushroom Hawaii. Their website is medmushroomhigh.com. Aloha. Okay, this week is my nephew's on my show today. He's one of my best friend's sons, and he's a local up and coming rapper. I would say hip hop artist, but he's a little bit more deeper than that. Suffice, what's up, man? How you been?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Uncle? How's it?
I am doing great, bro. I'm stoked to have you on my show. I always wanted to have you on once you did something cool, and you got some shit cooking right now. That's pretty cool, and I want to throw some shine at you. First off, thank you for coming to KapunsGiving. We all got fucked
Yeah,
up,
that
and
was yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that was cool. I
yeah,
fuck with that.
yeah. When we were your age, we would do that every single Thanksgiving. We'd all go
That's
up to
fucking
Kapunahala and drink beers and cruise, and we're trying to keep that tradition going. We've been doing it for like a couple decades already, so it's cool that the next gen is coming out now.
bro. You fucking is crazy, bro. Yeah, I love you guys. You guys is nuts.
Yeah, you got to spar with your dad and Uncle Mark, so that's always fun.
Yeah, that was yeah, that was fun, bro. Yeah,
I'll teach.
that was so out of nowhere. Bro, I was on bus and me and dad were just fucking around and Uncle Mark hopped and I was like, oh, okay, Raj, fuck him. I'll throw.
Yeah,
But
I'll
it was good. It was good to just test too, because like, what is it? We all get different reaches. Everyone get different. I always forget about that, right? So there's different agendas and shit. So you got to remember that too, right? Like I get range. He So it's like opposite. He gonna rush you. He gonna close off distance. You know what I mean? But
Well, your
yeah,
dad's a hammer, so you can't do shit
yep, he's
against him.
nuts.
So
Yeah, he's
there's
nuts.
nothing
Can't
you
do
can
shit.
do. Mark, I can teach you how to fuck up. That would be easy.
Are you funny?
Yeah. But yeah, thanks
Ah,
again for coming, bro. It was cool. That was a fun night kind of chilled.
No,
Yeah.
it's cool to be here. It's cool to
Yep.
just even be on what podcast and Kapoons, just everything in general. Kicking it with you has
Yep.
just been fun, bro. You're a cool ass guy.
I try to be, bro. I gotta keep it real, and I think I got the I knew you and of you since you were born, and
Yeah.
I've known your dad for years, and like I said, he's one of my closest friends, one of the
Yeah.
few people on this whole fucking planet that I actually trust and I
Yeah.
actually respect. And yeah, he's your dad is something special, bro. Special to me also. But I got close to you the most is when we were swabbing people's noses for
Bro,
the
that was
doogie.
so much
Yeah.
fun, bro. Oh my fucking God. Yeah, you guys are the best coworkers I've ever had in my life.
Oh yeah, they can't put me and your
For real.
dad together on a job site. That's just
Or even just like also Kaneohe, Steph, just everybody. That was just a fun group of people to be around, bro. Everyone was just fucking good fun. Talk shit,
yeah.
get the job done. Good. I just best kind of people to be around, bro. I love
Yeah.
productive, smart people.
And it was a cruise job. We got to mess with a bunch of
Fuck yeah.
celebrities. Like what's so random? Like how did we end up there? But that was
Bro,
super weird.
it was so fucking random. Yup. Yeah, good times,
We're
good
we're
fucking
trying
times.
we're trying to get you to hit on the fucking the main actress.
Fuck. I remember that shit. That was fucking fun, bro. That was fun. Good fun. Good money too. Good money. Fuck.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Cruise, what I mean? Food was nice. Fuck, had to do some bullshit here and there, but it was fun. Whatever.
Oh yeah, we
The good
taxed that
times
craft
outweigh the
service
bad.
boot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, your dad would freaking come
Fucking
home with all kinds of stuff.
bro.
Yeah.
Yup. Anti-mercy too, yeah. Fuck all the Filipinos. Say
Yeah.
asking for everything when we go over there. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah, I laughed. That was fun. That was fun, bro. Fuck.
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
you
that's how I
watch
knew
that
that you guys were
show?
fun though. Just fuck no. Fuck no. It's funny too. My homeboy, he was like a stunt double on that shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did some of the skating.
Mm, that's fucking cool. Yeah, that was a random job during COVID that
Random job.
it
Make
was
good
it
money,
was
bro.
super cool. Like, yeah, we were making good money and um to be low key, but I'm putting it out there, me and your dad was kind of like working two jobs at the same time.
Yep. No, you guys
Yeah,
was. You guys was doing
double
that and
dip.
working in the ER. That's how.
Yeah,
That's fucking how. That's how my
yeah,
status.
good fun. But
Yeah, bro.
um, from getting to hang out with you on a rig, was that at least a couple times a week. I got to know more of your personality, more of who you were, not just my nephew, like Jaren's son. I got to see your capabilities and your potential, and you had
Yeah.
this passion for rap. And I meet a
Yeah.
lot of people, especially the industry I'm in, within the nightclub industry. I meet a lot of up and coming artists, wannabes, basically scrubs. And when you're come up to me like, oh, I like to rap, it's kind of like,
Yeah. You
frick, I
gotta
heard
be.
this before. I gotta be cool
Yeah.
because
You gotta
I can't.
stand out. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was kind of impressed. For one, you wrote down your stuff and you were kind of little bit more serious than what I've seen other people do. And
Yeah.
when you started to flow, I remember we were at some house in Waimanalo. We
Yup.
were
Yup.
under
That
the
was like,
tent
fuck. Yup.
and you
Way back
spit
when.
some of your stuff and I was like, "Oh, wow, this guy might have something here." And we kind of lined up. My one of my friends, Sage, he's a rapper and he brought you to Hoku studio. Hoku's pretty big
Hmm.
time, Like Hoku
Yeah.
produces
No,
a
no.
lot of
I
stuff.
see him. He
Yeah.
be out there. Yeah. I see his resume. He be
Yeah.
doing shit. Yeah, Yohoku. If you're watching this.
Yeah, he's supposed to come on too, but he got a chance to bring you to their studio and mess around a little bit, and
Yep.
we
That
didn't
was good
want to
fun
stick
too.
around. Yeah, we didn't want to stick around to let you kind of do your thing, and I know your dad didn't want you to feel like he was infringing, so he let you do your thing.
Yeah.
And well, it was cool that you got that opportunity, but then you kind of didn't do much in that genre until recently, and
Oh yeah. I skating, bro. Skating.
yeah.
That's
So
what
he's
I've been
pretty much a
skating.
skater, right?
Yeah, bro. So like I was just running with my homies just cause like I think just out of nowhere I got into skateboarding around high school. And then I just met some people at a skate park. It was cool and it was cool for me because they were younger than me at the time, but they were mad gifted. So super humbling, right? So you just like you like seeing how they learn shit. Like when you see kids, how quick they learn shit. That's what I was fascinated about. I was like, fuck, bro, these kids get it. And then I kept meeting more people that were like that. And then I was just like, it was cool. Skating is some of the fucking most interesting people you'll ever meet. Like even the way I talk is weird, and it's because of skating. Because there's so much dialects and shit going on. Like you thought pigeon came about weird from that. Like I speak weird street slang mixed with like pigeon because of just how I like talk, but also like write my raps and shit. So it's all incorporated. But yeah, fuck skate. Yeah, skating took over. I didn't really make music for a minute.
But
I had a good ass sound.
you did tap into your creativity when you were fucking with those
Oh
skater
yeah.
boys because you
Yep,
were
making
filming,
videos.
you're making
Yep,
videos.
yep. So I was running my brand. I was making so every Sunday we were running out streets like bro all over the island. I mean, we was in ditches and fucking Y&I in Kaolu ditch. We'd be on rooftops of schools. Fucking like, almost every high school we probably hit. Like I can't even describe to you. Like I have hard drives full of shit from places I've been at. We were just fucking running around because like that's how everybody was. That's how 808 skate was. That's how APB was. Like I'm just the next generation of fuckers that was doing it, but it was fuckers long before me that was running up. So it's cool to see like the OGs was fucking with me. Like to see
Yeah.
like, you know, what I'm putting up and they're like, oh, your shit's tight. To see all my crew to come together the way that they did. And like a lot of them have shoe sponsors and shit now, you know, they have board sponsors and shit. So that's cool because that was all thanks to all the shit we did going out in the streets and sending it to people from Adidas and Nike because we had the connection through 808 Skate. Shout out fucking Joshua Rubes and Chuck. They're the people that put us on with those connections. Is they know everybody. Your local skate shop knows everybody. That's how you get put on. You get good with
Yeah.
them and you're nice with it. That's how you get put on. So that's what I did. I got my homies put on and then I did my shit. Now I'm kind of doing music. I'm gonna try merge the two eventually.
Well, that's cool. And I think because you gave so much shine to your friends and tried to prop your boys up, they
Yeah,
kind of gonna do the same for you.
bro. Yeah,
Um,
they're good.
didn't you have something at like the Honolulu Academy of Arts or something like that?
2 years, bro. 2 years. First year, yeah. Fuck, I'm trying to remember, like 2020. I think I bought something. No, no, 2021, 2022. Fuck, I forget the years now. But I've had two different years in which I put out a video and I got played at that Honolulu Skate Film Festival shit over there. So that was super sick to have it played in a theater with everybody
Oh
from
yeah.
like all the skate parks and shit. You know what I mean? People you've seen who just skate around the island, like the community. Like everybody recognized each other because like, you know, Instagram and shit, social media. So to
Yeah.
see everybody in the same theater, that's crazy. Like everyone drinking, you know what I mean? Talking, having a good like you come out fuckers and smoking, doing whatever. Like it was just good fucking fun. So that was sick.
That's
Yeah.
super cool. And what the skate community here in Hawaii is getting big. Are they got you guys got guys that can actually go pro and make a name?
Get plenty fuckers. I don't know if you know Cyphers Blanco is, but he's from here. He's fucking nuts. When a lot usually what happens is people get big here, but like you go out there to skate and have your fun, do a little trip, but then come back. Because a lot of fuckers come here to come skate shit too.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's how people come to us. You know what I mean? People come here and they're like, "Oh, where should we go for like street spots and shit?" And we're like, "Oh, check out this." You know what I mean? So I had this skate crew from Seattle. They're pretty big. They're called Genesis. They're doing the same shit we were doing, but they're doing it on a way larger scale.
Hmm.
The filmer, the organizer, his name is Ian Ostrowski. I think they contacted my homie, and then that's how we all got connected. So then when they were here, I was filming shit for them. So then I think their video got put up on Thrasher. So some of the shit that I filmed for them got thrown up on Thrasher as well. So
Oh,
that
that's
was fucking
super
sick.
dope.
I think it happened twice already, I'm pretty sure. So I've been in, yeah, I just got to assist in a lot of cool shit because like my friend also rides for this other brand called Fuck the Population. And I got to submit some shit that I filmed with him to them. So that was cool to see my shit on their stuff and getting some free boards, some free shirts because of it.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I'm cool with the team manager. His name is Chris Dryzen, super fucking tight guy. Yeah, FTP is fucking sick. They're like wild. They're wild as fuck. I love how they film shit, their brand image, marketing, creative direction. dude, they're killing the fucking game. Like, if I got, they also have records too, right? They have like a record label. I think Chief Keef is fucking signed to them. But like,
Oh,
if they ever wanted to sign me, I'd be so fucking game for it because like I just fuck with their brand. I already know their team manager. My homie writes for them, so it's like, fuck, it'd be
perfect
sick.
fit. Yeah.
It'd be
What do you
so fucking
film
sick.
on? Like, what do you use to film?
Right here, right here. This is my
Oh
HPX
shit.
170. So this right now
Yeah.
has my fisheye lens on. It just has that distorted shit. You can turn this damn viewfinder around. Like, yeah, I'll be out fucking doing photo lines, long lens shit, whatever.
Oh
This
yeah.
is
You gotta.
I use yeah, use usually shit like this. Fucking, it's pretty big. You know what I mean?
That's cool. It's not like you're using your phone and shit.
Yeah, no, I gotta like take this shit off of here because it doesn't record to SC. It records to these fucking P2 cards. See, like this shit's kind of bust because I had a skateboard flying to the back of it, but
Oh.
fucking this shit's all yeah. So it's P2, so you have to transfer it off the P2. Like it's fucking stupid, man. Like sometimes it's tedious. I want to get a different camera, but I'm focusing more on music right now, so I'll do that later.
Yeah.
This camera is still good, but I have more goals to elevate my filming as well as my music and how I do shit.
Well, hey, everything's a process. You gotta go one step at a time. I think you're stepping bigger into your music, and I kind of been waiting for you to do this, bruh. I was
Yeah.
kind of hoping you would come on, pull the fucking trigger, like
Oh yeah, just
talk
go
about
back
it, be
into it.
about it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
bruh, you're coming hard and you're coming quick, bro. Like since there's a backstory, but
Us.
since you put it out there, it's coming in fast and quick, and you're
Yeah.
getting spotted. Because my friends who are OGs in the game started talking about you. Chris Styles hit me up, and he's Angry Locals, like one of the OG
Yeah.
Hawaii rappers. AI
Yeah.
or IA,
Yeah.
IA, all
Yeah.
OGs.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
They're big in the Hawaii rap scene, and
Yeah, it was cool
yeah,
to get props from everybody. That happened real fast. That was
yeah.
crazy too. I didn't expect that to happen so quick. Because I had my scheme, right? But like I didn't think I was gonna get noticed that quickly. I thought I was gonna gain more of an audience outside of Hawaii, and then I'd gain
Yeah.
the audience here. That was always my plan because I didn't think people here listened to like rap or cared about it as much. So I started going to like Aloha Got Soul. Then I was like, oh shit, motherfuckers actually care. I think the
Yeah.
more and more I started going out and like seeing what was there, then I was like, okay, word, I can put this out. Because when you're just around a bunch of kids my age who don't fucking listen to the shit you do, you know what I mean? Like I'm listening to like music so old that like you can hear the tape hissing in the fucking background. You know what I mean? I love that shit. Like I love that
Yeah.
old grimy like shit from like Stretch and Bobbito freestyles. Like all of that shit's ill. But like so once I figured that out, I was like, oh, I have a market now. So then I just started like actually writing and taking it seriously. I didn't think I could take this seriously. That was my whole thing. I didn't think it was possible to be like, oh, I could be a rapper. You know what I mean? Because there was so many fuckers who were like MCs, but you ain't really, you don't impress me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And trust that I don't get impressed easily. And I've
Yeah, like
told many a friend, bruh, don't quit your day job because this ain't it, bro. Like they'll
yeah.
play me their stuff, and I'm just like, yeah.
I,
Yep. But
I th- oh, go
for
ahead, go
first
ahead.
off, I want to hear about how you came about with your name Suffice.
Okay, so Suffice is interesting because so I go by three different like stage names in the same way that this rapper MF Doom does, and I have my reasons for this. I'm not gonna reveal why, but essentially, Suffice is the main ego, kind of the main person, and Suffice just as a word, it means to be enough. So in key, Suffice wants to be enough for the game, and as far as like pop, I want to. My biggest goal isn't really like fame or nothing. It would be cool like if Nas heard my shit and was like, "Yo, that's tight," or like if M heard my shit and was like, "That's the main thing." Like if the people who I fuck with, who inspired me to write this way, like actually fucked with me, I was like, "That's enough for me." Like that's my impact. You know what I mean? Now I'm
Yeah.
acknowledged. I'm in that Hall of Fame for me. So that's all I really want. So that's what Suffice was. Just my urge to kind of almost be acknowledged, and that becomes like my up and down here and there. Sincere is actually was my original stage name. I was gonna go by Sincere, and Sincere comes from that movie Belly with Nas and DMX.
Oh,
And I
okay.
just really fuck with Nas. So Nas is playing a character by the name of Sincere. So that's where I got the name from. But you can tell it's sincere because sincere doesn't cuss. So he's also my creative limit. That's how I test myself creatively, if I can write bars without cussing. So if I have a song sincere on it, he's not cussing. So that's basically how I do radio plays and how I do other things when the
Nice.
time comes. So you got to find ways to finesse things. And then Pawn was a really a character that exists solely off of the chess piece. And I kind of wanted his growth to be symbolic because I want Pawn to eventually become a queen when he gets to that other side. And the board is life, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So that was the metaphor I had. So I have the current two songs I have are about Sincere and Pawn. Uh, the story with Pawn is he's a part of this gang. He gets set up basically. He gets assigned to kill somebody, kills the person, and kills a bystander in the process, and then finds out it's like his brother. And then the song ends there. And there's a Mobb Deep reference at the very end that I sampled. And that song kind of comes from like mixing elements of Nas's Phone Tap and Immortal Techniques. Fucking what was that one song? I can't think. About the piano. Dance with the Devil. There it is. Yeah, I was just mixing different elements from the songs I like, and then Sincerely Sincere is more or less a letter from Sincere to Suffice, talking about what life is like back at home. Because for some reason, Suffice is MIA, and the idea of me returning is me dropping this EP.
I like that. I like the pawn analogy because I'm a fan of the piece. I play chess all I play it now. I was on my
Yeah,
phone
chess
all
is
the
sick.
time. So one thing about a pawn, what I like, and something one of my friends told me is that the
Mhm.
pawn is the only chess piece that can get leveled up. No matter
Yeah,
what you
no
do,
matter what, it's the only one that can.
and the pawn also can only move forward. It can never move backwards.
No back. Yeah.
That's why I
You
like
ever
that
watched
piece.
You ever watched The Wire?
No, I don't think I have.
Dude, there's a fuck. That show's really good. They use a lot of chess metaphors, and they'll do it like sometimes literally, or they'll like do it visually and how they convey it through storytelling. And one of the things I noticed from a critic and their observation was that this one character was getting gunned down by two different opposing gunmen. And the gunman moved in a diagonal from the right to the left, and the other one moved in the shape of an L, like the
Hmm.
bishop and the knight would.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the pawn that was on the corner didn't back down from the fight, even though he had a chance to. In the same way that a pawn can only move forward. And I was like,
yep,
yo. So once I realized that, I was like, okay, there's numerous ways you can convey anything. So
yeah,
that's why like symbolism became so important. And then like I had a deeper understanding of like I think film and then art from all of that. Then I was like, oh fuck, you need to understand everything now. There's so much you could miss if you don't pay attention.
yeah. Well, just like Eminem, right? He has two alter egos, right? He's
Yep.
Eminem. He's also
Yeah.
Slim Shady. That's
Yeah.
two different types of
Yeah.
style that he raps. And
Yeah.
his six boys have the same kind of situation. His whole
D12 is
crew,
sick.
D12, right? They all
D12 is
six of
fucking
them have
sick.
two different alter egos, right? So that's why they're D12, the Dirty 12, or whatever the fuck they were called.
Oh,
But
they had numerous. Oh, I heard that because also they had this freestyle on like Tim Westwood in like '98. I bumped
yeah,
that for like fucking hours, but I think they also said too like we go by D12 because when you get stumped, it's not D6, it's 12 of us sneak licks or some shit like
yeah,
that. But that was sick.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But
I never heard it from that point of view.
yeah, it's six of them, but each one of them have two egos,
I
so
thought,
that
oh,
makes them
that's
12.
crazy.
Yeah,
I never heard that one.
yeah,
Whew, that's cool. I love learning shit. Yeah.
yeah. But I trip because you are inspired from artists that me and your dad grew up with. And
Yeah.
this day and age, I am super disappointed with how rap is. And it
I
could be because
totally
I'm
feel you.
older. It could be, it's just, it's not, there's no heart in it. I grew up with
Yeah.
Pac. I grew up with real
Yeah. Yeah.
music,
I know what
like
you mean.
poetry. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
thing that I got from my friends that listen to your stuff through Instagram was like, brah, IA hit me up. Oh, he got that 90s hip hop feel. Cristal was like, oh, he has that hunger. It's they think that you're coming across with that old school vibe, that poetry. It's different than what the new guys are doing. And it could be just me hating because I don't fuck with it. But I like the old stuff better because it has more heart, more soul.
Yeah.
It puts people in tune with their culture. Now it's like
Uh-huh.
big booties and fucking. That's really not fucking.
Yeah.
That there's no depth to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree. Well, it's more or less like it's like the media, right? It's whatever it sells. Because you also gotta remember, there's party music, and then there's shit you play in your house or like shit you
Yeah.
play in your car. A lot of people confuse like party music, which is more or less pop, with opposed to like hip hop, which is more or less your soul and like what you put your ends up into. So I think
So
people get the terms confused, I feel.
so if you were to categorize your style of music, what would you categorize it as?
Hip hop more or less, but there's also like I have a song that I or an instrumental that I rap on in this EP that's very R&B like, and I kind of want to do more R&B soul things because that's kind of what hip hop is. It kind of merges a lot of things because you could sample a certain record and incorporate samples from a different genre, and maybe that'll influence the way your beat sounds, so it gives a certain distinction to it. Because you have like boom bap, which is more like aggressive sounding instrumentals, which is kind of like that Eminem sounding snippet I have currently out. Live now, die later, I rhyme greater. And then you have like that other song with the Biba Doobie sample I have, for example, is more like modern because I'm taking a sample that's kind of reminiscent of like Shiloh's Dynasty, I'm Closing My Eyes, but I'm using it in a similar manner to how Jocelyn Flores was flipped into it. So there's all different sort of styles. So I guess for me, it's like I'm mixing shit. I'll be at some R&B shit, but I might be on some boom bap beat, and I might be on some chill shit. More or less like rap essentially, but I do dabble into like R&B and other things here and there.
So you're not
I like
cuffed to
switching
one
hands.
certain kind of
Yeah, you can't commit
style.
to nothing. If you stuck, then it's just like you're stuck. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you threw me over anything that just has some drums over it, I could probably spit to it because there's a bar line I can follow. So it don't
Yeah.
matter. Like I'd be in public hearing like some live shit, and I'm like, yo, can I spit to this for fun, just to like have fun with it? Because like it sucks. I'll be in public, bro, and me and my girl will be like at a dinner, and I hear some song, and I'm like, damn, I gotta Shazam this shit. Like I want to sample this, or like I need, and she be getting mad at me because I'm so caught up in like my daydreams and shit. Like I daydream a lot when it comes to this music, so I try not to be in one thing. I like to be a sponge and absorb everything. So there's a weird mixture of shit.
But that's one thing I
Can't
always
categorize me.
that's one thing what you just touched on I always thought was cool, and it's something I don't have, unfortunately. Like my best friend, like one of my best friends, DJ Hoppa Boy, like he's so in tune to music. Or when I meet
Yeah.
artists that sing, like I know Common Kings and stuff like that. Like when they hear music, they don't hear it like how I hear it. When you hear music, you don't hear it how I hear it. You can break it down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There's a weird
it's
ear
good
to
and
it.
bad, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you guys will appreciate the music as art a lot more than I will. I would be like, oh, this is cool. Like you guys will pick up, oh shit, that's a cool beat. I liked how he faded this in, or like I don't have an
Yeah.
ear for that. You know what I mean? It's something that certain people have that I always was jealous of. I always tell DJ Hopper Boy, I'm like, brah, I wish I could hear music through your ears or how you hear it like one time just to know what's going through. But what is your process when you start trying to make
Dude,
a song?
that's so fucking hard. Uh, Firstly, I need to fall in love with the fucking instrumental I'm rapping on. Like, cause I'll hear something, and if it's inspiring enough, I already know what I'm gonna say within the first 4 seconds. I know the flow of it. The words don't matter as much. The cadence is the most important part because with time you can always switch the words out and strengthen a scheme better. So firstly, find an instrumental, and then the lyrics in which you put onto this instrumental have two choices. You can either go with it and be in harmony with it, or you can contrast it and create something to look at here. So, for example, you could take really raw sounding lyrics from like some gritty, like freestyle shit, like how I mentioned with these Meek Mill tapes, and then put it over some like soulful beats and throw it together. And you have this nice, weird, boiling passion of like anger and aggression mixed with this calming, soothing harmonies. So there's a lot of things to obviously consider. So I guess for me in my case, firstly, fall in love with that beat. Secondly, depending on what the beat is and what the tone of the notes feel and what the atmosphere is created from that instrumental, your lyrics can either one contrast it or go along with it. And then from that point on, you're writing. I don't know. I have a theory of writing. I wrote this whole theory and I have all these notes and so forth. I don't even know if I want to discuss these here because at some point in my life, I would love to do what Lupe Fiasco is doing and like do an assistant rap course at like some university. But the theory it comes from what I got from watching this documentary. The theory is a use of both subconscious behavior, aka freestyling, and conscious behavior, aka writing, can yield more significant verses. Because people have a tendency when it comes to rapping is that you're either really good at freestyling or you're good at writing, and you can't be both. So
Hmm.
it's almost like a left hand and a right hand, and your left hand is controlled by the right side of your brain and vice versa. So if you want to be a good artist, you have to be able to get your hands dirty, and keyword is hands. So you got to use both. So I was very good. I think naturally, I was always good at freestyling back then because when I was getting into rapping, I was just listening to beats for a while, and then I just developed a tone of rhythm and just listening to freestyles and fucking around and practicing whatever. I got into the habit of it when I was around like 14, 15. But even like when I was in grade school, middle school, I remember writing shit for fun.
Hmm.
But I remember like in high school, I remember I was like embarrassing fools. Like because everyone was like, oh, I'm a SoundCloud rapper or whatever. Everyone was like calling himself a rapper around this time, like 2016 to 2020, which was truthfully that SoundCloud era, which I totally get. But yeah, I wasn't fucking with it because it's like you can't freestyle. Then why are you calling yourself a rapper?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was my thing, right? It was always if you can't freestyle, you can't be a rapper. That's one thing. But I think freestyling is more or less correlated to battle rap, and writing is correlated to actual artistry. Because if you can't think about what you're going to do in a long run, then you're not really thinking. You're just moving one step at a time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I'll freestyle first and I'll write shit down and then I'll switch it around. But that's kind of my theory of writing, right? If you combine the two, it works. But I have a flow chart of how it's done. I take notes of a lot of things, like additional thoughts on writing, or I can share these. My additional thoughts on writing are as follows. If you're writing, write with concepts in mind. Don't limit yourself to people or ideas. Try to
Hmm.
always think broad picture. Subject matter is important. You can choose to either overwhelm the listener with a plethora of references or stick to a set theme. This is for me, and it may vary in the situation. But every verse you write should have some sense of progression. You should lead with a hook that catches the attention. I just realized that rhyme, progression and attention. That's funny. Lose them with complex schemes. Find them again with simple one-liner gems. That was another internal. Yeah, find them again with simple one-liner gems. What the fuck? That's another internal rhyme. Yeah, what the hell?
You just wrote a
Writing
song.
backwards. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, what the fuck? I just realized that. I'm not even done yet. Oh, writing backwards is key. Find a punchline first and build to the punchlines. I actually
Ooh,
learned that from
that's
watching
kind of
Dave
cool.
Chappelle.
Yeah.
Because Dave Chappelle does that with his jokes. He had this fucking skit, dude. I love his shit. I'll be smoking with my dad and watching that shit. But like, bro, Dave Chappelle's a shit. But he has this one skit where he's talking about, I'm so good at writing jokes. I start from my shit from the end, and I tell a whole story leading to the joke. And then he does that right for the. So I was like, you're a fucking genius. So I was like, hold
Yeah.
on, you're just writing. It's the same. It's the same concept of a narrative, but it's a different thematic language of expressing it. For me, rap is a coded language that's rhythmatic. So his jokes are more or less just like relying on the narrative aspect and just talking to you. I have to be
Yeah.
clever with the rhythm and to do the same thing. So it's the same concept, really. So yeah, that's how I got the idea of writing backwards. I learned this one from Nas. I think Nas talked about this. When storytelling, you should keep things quick and moderate. No, sorry. Doom talked about this. My apologies. When storytelling, keep things quick and moderate. Be unpredictable, but enough for people to follow. Misdirection is crucial. So I do that a lot with my verses as well. I try to make it that I'm overwhelming you with either a punchline or I'll set up something that you're not aware of. I try to overwhelm the listener as much as possible in most cases in the purposes of being aggressive and establishing myself as like lyrically gifted. If I'm trying to tell a story, I'll take it at a more calm pace and the flow will be more common, but the rhyme will be less condensed, so there's less for you to catch on to.
Yeah.
Uh, fuck. Where else? I've often heard the phrase "consider the audience last," which to me means you got to consider the artist first, then the audience second, as art cannot exist without these two, and without art, you're failing to be an artist. And then this last thing is a quote from William Farrell that I thought was really fucking. It blew my mind when I first heard it. Make something undeniable but equally as infectious.
Hmm.
And those are just things that I have that keep. It goes, yeah. This fucking notepad goes on and fucking on. Like it doesn't.
Good, bruh.
There's like I have sample choices, possible verses. Like I have verses in the stash, right? But then I also have possible punchlines or ideas for punchlines that I return to, possible choices for samples. I try to think about everything. Like these are just like some of the punchlines or possible verses I might use, but not really official. And then like my actual verses I have in here for like features if somebody wants a 16 or 32 or whatever. I try to have as much material as possible so I can still make more. I don't want to lose this shit. And I feel like I've been recently hitting a point where I haven't lost my ability to write anything bad. There hasn't been a moment where I've had writer's block, and I don't think writer's block exists.
Hmm.
I refuse to allow myself any sort of doubt within my subconscious. So
That's
therefore,
true.
if I don't fuck up my subconscious, I will never fail. Because really, this whole rap shit developed out of nowhere. I had nobody teaching me, you know? I'm
Yeah.
just listening to beats and I'm listening to how people rap and how they talk about it. I'm listening or I'm watching their rhymes get highlighted in verses. I do that too. There's an app called Rhymes Block, I think, and I like Rhymer's Block or whatever. And if you put a verse in there, it'll highlight all the rhyming sections. And there's videos on YouTube that do this as well as sample breakdowns and shit. But I analyze so much because if you don't have it in your subconscious, you won't be aware of it when you're consciously doing it. So what's the fucking point?
Yep.
But yeah, going back to the question, what the fuck do I do? There's a lot. There's a million fucking things you have to consider. But I take it one step at a time based on step one, how the beat goes, what you're going to write depending on the beat, and then critiquing your point of view, your narrative, and just you have to know when to call it. It's really a very subjective thing for the artist.
Well, I think
Knowledge of self is important. Sorry.
what that definitely is true, and you're speaking as someone who's taking this craft very seriously. And for
I
me,
have to.
what I like about it the most is that you found your passion. And I know it was something that you could have been struggling with um prior, because
Yeah.
everybody has a passion and nobody knows how to find it. And once you lock into it, then it's like, okay, this is what I'm gonna stand on. And it's been a minute for you to figure it out, but bro, this last couple months, I'm like, oh, okay, he found his passion.
Yeah.
And what you just
Yeah.
spoke to me right now shows me that you found your passion, because you never took anything that serious before, you know what I mean? And because you're taking this seriously, that means you're putting it in front of you. Now you got goals. Now you got ways to achieve your goals. Now you got fucking means to make moves. And it's, bruh,
I
it's
need to.
like
Shit.
the tip of the iceberg, bruh. And
Yeah, we
that's
just started.
what I
I
know.
didn't
I know your dad is waiting for you to find your passion. Just like him, he loves to dive. That's his passion. You tell him anything about diving and he'll go deep. You know what I mean? And he's passionate. But what you have that your dad also has is your dad was always a hustler. Since we were young, we were hustling all kind of shit and schemes, and your dad works hard, and that's how you gotta be. So if you're gonna take this serious, bro, you seem to be.
got to. I don't got no other choice, man. If this rap shit
Yep.
don't work out, fuck am I gonna do? Stack. You know what I mean? Like I don't fuck. Ain't no such thing as plan B, son. Fuck a plan B. I got a plan A, and I'm not
Yep.
gonna
But
swallow
what
plan B.
but what you're doing in your plan A is you're also creating an avenue to learn. And when you're learning, you can apply that for whatever you do in life, even if it's not rap. What you're doing is creating
Yeah.
life lessons. This is your college right now. You're learning.
Yeah.
What you just spit
Uh,
at me, you learned that and you created that. So
yeah.
somewhere in life you can draw upon that and use it. So what you're doing, if you're gonna be huge in rap, that could be your calling. If you're not, whatever you're doing now is gonna create learning experiences for you to use in something else. Who's to say? but I think you're passionate enough to not fail.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, bro. I'm hoping passion and talent overcomes everything. I know that's not all the game demands of me. It's also like connection kid and I know this and I know so and so and
Yeah.
because there's a lot of strings that get pulled. The shit moves weird. Behind the smoke and mirrors there's some weird shit. So I just what I mean? It's like on some Cat Williams shit. What do you consider rich?
Yep.
Having money or what part are you gonna sell for that money? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like there's some weird shit going. Look at P Diddy, bro. Bad
Oh
boys for
yeah.
life. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like exactly. I don't know what the fuck gonna be happening out there, and I'm a newbie coming into this shit. My dad ain't a freak. He don't know what the fuck going on.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like I gotta play this shit right because I'm trying to get played.
But
Shit.
what's universal is music. You can listen
Yeah,
to music anywhere on this
it's a
planet
universal language. Yeah,
and you can fuck with it. Like you listen to some hip hop from Africa and you start moving your head.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
it it transcends cultural gaps. So you just
yeah.
gotta figure it out. What I want to ask you is how are you getting your beats? Like, are you creating your own beats or
Oh,
like how you get
so
your music?
I'm gonna make my own beats in the future. That's always a goal of mine. I'm trying to do what Jay Dilla did at some point, and I'm trying to make my own like instrumental album using a variety of different samples that I think would be very interesting. But as far as beats currently, a lot of I've been very, very fucking grateful for the amount of people that have been reaching out to me who've been wanting to like send me shit because I was just running out freestyling and shit just in public doing whatever before I was making music. And then like I got motivated by the folks from Aloha Got Soul to actually record and actually take this shit seriously because they like if the people from the record shop are like, yo, you should actually record and like take this seriously, then I'm like, oh fuck, okay, I guess I gotta actually record and take this serious.
Yeah.
So that's when I started doing that shit, and here I am now. So I've had homie of mine, Eric Cruz, he's been super sick. Shout out Sean as well. There's also this guy from Maui, I believe. Hey Jai, I think I've been calling him the Jai. I don't know what the correct pronunciation is because we've never met face to face. We've only communicated over Instagram. But I was actually able to feature on a mixtape of his called, I believe, Bum Bap Music, and I was just featuring a bunch of different Hawaii artists here and over his instrumentals that he's made. So I have a beat of his that I rapped over that's featured on his shit that I currently have out. I think it's called 32 Kilos. I thought my verse was pretty fucking good. Definitely coming out the gate swinging.
Nice.
But
Where
he's
are you
sick.
recording your stuff?
Currently, there's this guy in Chinatown. I know his name is Obi-Wan Jacoby. I think that's his Instagram, what he goes by and shit. Yeah, he's cool. Super cool guy. I've been recording with him. He mixes my shit too. Cause yeah, fuck, when I was trying to reach it, yeah, it was hard reaching in. Like sometimes, man, like reaching out and shit, motherfuckers be like charging you too much, and it's just like, damn, I didn't know it was like that. I mean, then you like hear from like your homeboy, you know what I mean? It's like coughing like an eighth for like 125, and then learning from your homeboy, it's like actually $45. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, what the fuck? Like that's what it was like. So I was like, damn, like. So I'm glad I knew people and I got to ask some right people. Like I was blessed enough to at least know some people who were making music, so I had some connections and I could traverse my way around. Cause yeah, it really is a who do you know game. Because there's fucking weird hurdles and shit you got to jump over. So I had to play this shit right. I'm lucky that I already had an audience for my brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before coming into music, so that I already have a base audience people who fucked me before I did this. So that way I can merge the two when the time comes.
Yeah.
So I was blessed with that. But yeah, Jacoby's super cool, and that's what I record with. That's what I engineer with. Beats wise, Eric Cruz, Sean, and Hijai, and whoever else wants to send me shit. If I fuck with your beat, and I'll let you know. Oh, Quan Lee. Quan Lee's another dope dude. He's a guy off the internet that I've been fucking with for a minute, and what he does is he does what Knowledge does. They will take freestyles and shit that don't have a beat, or maybe have their own beat over it, take the vocals from it, and then make their own really good beat, and then throw it on there, and it almost sounds better than the original. So I fucking love what they do. But Quan Lee had a sick beat, so I'm having that on my EP. And that beat's
Nice.
crazy. That's like some Kanye soulful shit. I really love the sound that he has going on over there. I want to dabble more into that. I feel like this project, every song is in a certain direction, but I want to do more Kanye sounding shit because I want more of that because I think everyone's very much on some bullshit. I want more soul. Soul's
Yeah.
cool, like some Kanye Cole shit. But I'd also love that East Coast chill Nas shit too. Like I fucking love East Coast as far as my influences go. It was shit.
So what, you've been doing some live shows too? How's it been being on stage?
Just like as it is in the booth. I mean, nothing changes. Fuck. I just gotta now. Those motherfuckers want to hear me spit this time. It's like, oh, this is
Yeah.
cool. Like I'm spitting for motherfuckers that isn't my friends. Because even when I was freestyling and shit back with my friends, they were always like, "Oh, why don't you like take music seriously?" And I was just like, "Eh." You know what I mean? I just didn't think it. I didn't think it was like I was in that right time because mumble rap was so present.
Yeah.
So like there wasn't. I'm like, what place do I have to sit here? And like I can do some of those modern 808 production like Russ sounding stuff, but it's not really my forte. But I also listened to a lot of Russ growing up, so I don't mind it either. What I mean?
Hmm.
If I got to write hooks and spit 16s, that's cool. But like naturally, when I write, it's 32 bars, which is like a minute and a half. A
Yeah.
six is like 45 seconds, 30 seconds, maybe. So it is what it is. But everyone has their own game and how they play it. But I'm just gonna switch hands with every project I do because I want to have numerous styles. But I don't intend to be in this music shit long. Hopefully, I get signed for the resources that I can make, and then I put out a great amount of fucking so and so projects, like 4 or 5 good albums. You know what I mean? Shit you wouldn't skip. Shit enough that I get my royalties off of. Hopefully, I own my masters, my publishing, my admin. I'm not getting fucking no record deal, no labels taking a fee. None of my shit's getting repoed. No bullshit, copyright, none of that shit. We good. My dad good. Pay this bitch off. I don't gotta do nothing. You good. We can fucking chill. Go to Kapoons, whatever the fuck I want. I mean, like if I
Yep.
play this right, I'm set. So I'm just trying to not fuck this up. This is the only thing I got really going for me. Like as far as like music wise and shit. Other than that, I can go like college and do whatever. But like since I already have a pretty good base level, just fucking around and figuring this shit out here, I gotta
Yeah.
keep going now. Like fuck, I came this far.
Yep. You're
Can't
just
pussy
scratching
out.
the
So
surface.
stage is same shit. I gotta go.
So, so when you're on stage, do you get nervous or is like fucking
Fuck no.
butter?
I don't have time. Like half the time I'm buzzed. You know what I mean? I can't have time to be afraid. Like so that's what skateboarding taught me. And I think that a lot of people are afraid of eating. It's because you will fall almost every fucking time. So you tell me you don't trip the whole time you don't fall. Like, bro, I'm watching my friends literally break their fucking noses and then get the fuck back up and do it. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are y'all doing? You know what I mean? Like, y'all think you have a drive? You ever seen a skateboarder do some fucking ridiculous shit that we're probably gonna get the cops calling us for? I might get a fucking court case for this bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, and we be at spots we shouldn't always be at, bro. Like, I'm being straight up. Skateboarding is dickhead culture, but I fucking love it because it's the coolest dickhead culture in the most sincere way possible. Because you
Yeah.
can be confident in doing the most fucking craziest shit, and it works. I seen shit I didn't think was fucking possible. Like every fucking Sunday, these motherfuckers were blowing my mind. So I'm just like, fuck, I have to, you know what I mean? Fuck, am I gonna be afraid for? I have that same mentality. What am I gonna think about?
I
Falling? I
like that.
can't do that shit. Like I gotta fucking go. Like
I
until
like that.
I can worry about that shit when I'm fucking broke or when shit's falling apart. But I don't got time right
All
now.
right. I like that. That's true. Like skaters, I mean, you can catch a cool video, but for each trick that you catch on film,
Bro,
they probably
yeah,
aged
fuckers
it
don't
about
get it.
seven
You know how
times.
many?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I see my homie literally
Wait,
bro.
your
Caleb
arm
still
got broken from that shit
my arm
too.
got my arm got broken hill bombing, and I was still skating when my arm was fucking broken. You know what I mean? Like my homie literally broke his nose, and he still drove us that day, and we didn't even fucking know it. Like my homie literally got a concussion. There was so much fucking wild shit that's happened, and we're just like, fuck it, we ball, and we did
Yeah.
it. So I was like, fuck, same mentality, same mentality, same mentality.
All right. Well, that's
Get
good to
pussy out,
know.
bro.
What about battle
Yeah.
rap? You ever try that like live in front
Uh,
of people? I know Osna's
I
coming out
wouldn't
with
care.
some shows that's gonna have battle raps if you wanna.
How do I describe it? I don't care for it too much because even like what is it? People think that battle rapping is like well, if assuming traditional battle rap, I'm assuming you mean a cappella, no beat, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't care for that too much because battle rappers are interesting for the bars that they do, but then they're kind of a what is it? Battle rappers are like boxers, it's a poor man's sport. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
who am I to fight with somebody else when I could I'll be trying to write time in the studio, talking about shit that isn't you, doing shit that could get my family,
Yeah.
doing shit that gonna earn me some plaques. I just gotta make money, but I'm also having fun while I'm making money. That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to make this a career that I could like. If I could live my life and only work on music, that's pretty much what I do at work. You know what I mean? I'm writing verses. So battle rap's cool because I study a lot of the battle rappers actually. Like my favorite battle rapper of all time is probably Old Solo, and that's because of how fucking funny his bars are. Like I love battle rappers for their uniquity, but it's also to me it's very repetitive because it's also illusionary. Your enemy isn't existent. I don't like thinking that I have to be better than somebody else to be considered great. Because if I'm only
Yeah.
better than you, then that's just putting me better than you. I want to be better than this. You know what I mean? Fuck being here.
Yeah.
That
Better
doesn't
than your
set the
own
that,
self.
yeah. Fuck that. That
But too,
doesn't do
I always
anything.
thought like putting other people down doesn't put you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because originally too, like, so I was gonna come out into this dissing fucking everybody that I didn't agree with from their creative standpoint. And then I was like, no, that's stupid because, exactly what I just told you. If I think I just have to be better than them to be successful, then you're not really being successful.
Yeah.
You're just trying to be better than somebody else. You just want to
Yeah.
do it for your ego. You're fixated on you. Why would you live by that? There's a lot of shit this manga taught me called Vagabond, and it's a fictional tale of Miyamoto Musashi's life. He's that Japanese philosopher and swordsman guy. But there's a lot of shit from that book, those themes and those messages and shit from those narratives that I learned, and that applied to like how I view myself as a rapper. Because I think as a rapper, right, there's that quote from Giza: "Your tongue is your sword." And that's why I kind of see myself like, if you notice the art I put out and the shit I talk about, there's a lot of swordsmen and like anime and shit. You know what I mean? And I see myself as them because a swordsman is devoted and they live solely by the sword. And that's how an MC should be. So you have the choice to either live righteously and protect those who need it, or just kill and do whatever.
Yeah.
So that's the way I view it. So I gotta follow the way my MCs did it. That's how Wu Tang was. You know what I mean? Shaolin Island. So I'm following that footstep, and I'm trying to be because I don't see it too much too. Like I'm part of that dying breed, especially from my age. Most people don't fuck like if I throw on a 90s beat and we're just freestyling over it, like over time they're gonna want to hear some modern shit.
Yeah.
So I'm really in my it sucks because I've always wanted to have like a group or like a homie of mine, but like that never really happened. Like even when like I hit the people for like verses, people don't get back to me, and that's kind of like it is what it is. I'm not trying to get mad, you know what I mean? But it just sucks. I'm like I shouldn't have to chase you down for a verse,
Yeah.
especially if you agreed to the project. But I'm not about to like be like, yo, I need this. You know what I mean? Like if you just don't want to be on the project, that's cool. Like I'm not trying to force you to do some shit you're not good with. I just don't know why you'd be like, oh, I'm game, and then
Yeah.
fucking leave me undelivered. So I'm like, it
Well,
is what it
that's
is.
that's what happens in life, and then when you blow up, they'll
Yeah.
be all about it. And it's like, bro, if you
Uh,
don't fuck with me now when I'm coming up, then why would I fuck with you when I'm up? It's just like me. I
yeah.
I have a lot of people that I would hit up to come on my show, and they would ghost me. But then as I got bigger, as I'm growing, then they'll be like, "Oh, I'll come on your show." It's like, "Oh, now that I
Yeah.
established
Now it's a
something,
big thing. Yeah.
yeah, now you want to be on." And it's like,
Fucking yeah. It is what it is, bro.
yep,
Fuck 'em.
exactly. But like you said, you don't have to be better than them. You just gotta be
Yeah.
better than
You just
yourself yesterday.
I
That's all you
was I
gotta
was
do.
too fixed. Yeah, I was too fixated on the idea of having an opponent. If you think that there's somebody else in the way of where you should be, then you're fucking thinking wrong.
Yep, exactly. You should always just try to be
Fuck
better than
that. Yeah,
yourself the day before. That's it,
yourself.
bro.
Yep. No.
But you have an old school feel, so I kind of wanted to ask, and you mentioned a couple of names, but who are the guys and um artists that inspired you to do this kind of stuff?
Oh, I think so. Going off jump, MF Doom. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's probably my favorite MC of all time. I love his shit so much that like I combine two of my favorite things. Like there's this manga panel and it's from Vagabond, the same Miyamoto Musashi so I was talking about earlier. But I had somebody draw art. His name is 658, if I'm hoping I'm saying this correctly. If those fucking order is wrong, I'm sorry. But he's a gifted artist, and he drew this. Fuck, I don't even know if you're gonna see it, but it's on my fucking lock screen here. But it's literally just me standing next to Doom with two swords. I think Doom did a fascinating job of treating the English language like it was a piece of toilet paper. Like he used words in such mannerisms that were filthy. That like when I heard some of the shit he said, I had to like pause it and put my fucking phone down because I didn't think he was gonna rhyme that. I remember he said a line that like really fucking me. Spitting like a bionic sneeze that frees vodka just to clear the air like the ionic breeze quadra. Everything he said, I didn't fucking understand what he said till I had to Google it. So spitting like a bionic sneeze, superpower, cybernetic superpower that freeze vodka. To freeze vodka is at negative 30 degrees Celsius. So you're spitting so cold at that level of that's how deep you're going. You know what I mean? Just to clear the air, like the ionic breeze quadra. You know what a fucking ionic breeze quadra is? I think it's like a ceiling fan or some air filter. So like that's the fucking shit he was doing. But like also to have that much depth with like multi-syllable rhyming and say the most outrageous shit ever. But like it almost disgusted me. He had such a masterful level of the pen that I don't think I could ever do what he does, and that's what inspired me to do what I do. You know what I mean? Doom is sick. I think him and Black Thought were probably the strongest MCs to ever roam this earth. And like, if you don't know who either of those are, to put it into scale of power level, you know who Method Man is, correct?
Yeah, yep.
Method Man was in a room with Black Thought, and they're they're all cool. Everyone in hip hop is cool with each other, as far as I'm aware. It seems like a big fucking family cookout. Looks sick as fuck. I'm trying to join that table one day. But Black Thought and Method Man were on, I think, Shade 45, and then they were just doing an interview and shit, and then they threw on a beat, and they were freestyling shit. And Black Thought is free, as far as I'm aware, he's freestyled. I've never seen this man read shit. He's already done a 10-minute freestyle on Funk Flex first take that fucking killed everything and had so much knowledge that like I could never. That's old man shit. I have to live 45 years to understand what the fuck he just said because I would never be able to get there. But going back to Method Man literally said, because Black Thought's in the room, I'm gonna read my shit. And nobody held it against him because fucking Black Thought is that good. So I think those two MCs, some of the strongest ever roam this earth, definitely some of my biggest influences, but I've studied a lot of cats. But just those two I think are like top. I think Black Thought is currently the only living MC. Doom passed away, but Black Thought is currently the strongest ever roam this earth. Everyone else has influenced me as well, but those fuckers I regard. I've listened to Wu-Tang, I've listened to Black Thought, Doom, Nas, Big L, Big Pun, Eminem, fucking Big, Jay-Z. I've listened to battle rappers, underground rappers, random SoundCloud rappers. I've listened to modern shit, old shit. I've listened to it all. I just have my definite preferences for what I like and where I get my influences from. Fuck.
That makes
And
sense.
usually I'll
That's
channel,
cool.
yeah, and I'll channel certain people for certain songs.
Yeah.
I almost understand how certain people write, or at least like because I studied a lot of like early Slim Shady rhyme schemes. There are certain rhymes that I've written that almost like sound very reminiscent of like Eminem shit. Like even that one sample or that one thing I have, right? Live now, die later. I rhyme greater. That's a Biggie line. It's a flip of
Yeah.
Biggie line. Biggie's line on a long kiss goodnight is laugh now, cry later. But live now, die later. I rhyme greater. I'm trying to get a bud just like a woman's vibrator. But fuck that. I'm gonna take his motherfucking nutsack, string it up and stab it with a bunch of fucking thumbtacks. That same piece up is how M would do it. But then also the concept is from Method Man's intro, right? Smacking the guy in the nuts with a spike bat.
Yeah.
So like I have my influences, so they'll get it. You know what I mean? But like that song particularly is called Thin Ice, and that's kind of like what I think a modern Slim Shady would feel like. At least my rendition of it. Because we all play a role differently. It's like an actor would,
Yeah.
This is just my perspective. So like if this was like Slim Shady modernized, this is how I would feel like he'd be modernized. You know what I mean? This is me fucking around doing what M would do.
That
And
makes
like
sense.
so that's what that song is. But then the other one I have out is more reminiscent of XXX who I also really like because I think he does what I do, and I think he does a great job of spitting on modern 808s, but then spitting on that old school drum kit that you guys fuck with. And I love both, and he loved both, and I thought that was sick. So he did a great job at that. So that's kind of where my ideas come from, and more or less my lyrics were dependent off of the tone of the sample, and I've written my entire like verses, everything around the sample.
That
But
makes
I just
sense.
love that sample for a while. That's a Biba Doobie unreleased song. Yeah, I be going on anything. I'll look for any unreleased shit. I love raw iPhone footage. Like I have things I'm gonna sample one day when I learn how to make beats, or sometimes I'll just feed my producer samples and then we get shit off of there. But I got mad shit in the stash. I can't wait for this.
So what is your future goals? Like where do you want to take this in the future?
So I'm gonna drop my EP soon. That's gonna come. Uh, I have two. My next two projects are written out conceptually. I already know what the concepts are gonna be and how I'm gonna execute them. It's just more or less getting everything together and executing them, and then laying my shit down. So I have enough. I have enough material to do like two albums essentially.
Nice.
So
Well,
I
take
just
it
have that. Yeah.
one step at a time, man. Like don't go at a pace that you're not gonna
Yeah.
be able
That's
to do exactly how
yep.
you want it done. You know what I mean?
Drive slow. Drive slow.
Yep. Bro, that's super dope. Your EP's coming out. I know you don't want to release the date. It's just gonna happen one day soon and
Yeah.
it'll pop out.
It's gonna fucking wake up and it's gonna be there like Christmas. And that's about it. So, that's about it.
Right on. And you've been sharing some stuff with me and I've been tripping, bro. You got action. Um Social media wise, and where can people find you on Instagram? Also, where can people listen to your music?
Uh, yeah. So just go to my Instagram. That's at Sounds by Suffice. I have two. I only have two tracks out. You can listen to it either on Spotify or SoundCloud. I do have a YouTube channel that has some shit there if you want to go look at it. I might put out the EP there with like official visuals on there in the future. I'm not sure. I have some schemes. There's a lot of digital artists I want to work with and people to do 3D things. I'm definitely gonna have a lot of fun with it. So when the time comes, my thing is I ain't got the resources just yet. I'm literally there's a bunk bed in the fucking background. I ain't gotta say much. You know what I mean?
Hey, humble beginnings, bro.
Yeah, so when the time comes, the time's come. But yeah, Instagram, find all my shit. Spotify's there, Suffice. I have two tracks out. But yeah, just go to my Instagram, you'll find everything. Shit's there, bro.
Right on. And for us, you can find us at Above the Bridge Podcast on Instagram, YouTube. Our website is ATB Pod, and my Instagram is Thaddy Daddy High. Well, man, I am super stoked for you. We've been going for an hour. I'm proud of you and your passion and your drive. I'm stoked to
Oh,
see
hello.
you. I'm stoked to see you fucking dedicating yourself to something. And bruh, like I said, your dad is one of my closest friends, bruh, and he's someone that I know sacrificed for you and your brother for years. And I know the backstories. You may know the front stories, but I know what your dad's
Yeah,
done to provide for you kids and give everything for you kids. And all he wanted ever for you guys is to see you guys succeed at something you're passionate about. So I know he's probably talking shit and like trying to foresee you do some action, but I know he's proud and I think he'll see exactly what you got going on. And bruh, your dad is
Raj.
somebody is real. Your dad ain't somebody that you can bullshit. So if
Yeah.
he'll see the truth, bruh, and talking to you now, I know that this isn't just a gimmick or some kind of flash in the pan scheme that you're running. This something you're passionate about and you're putting the work behind it. So keep doing your thing, man. And yeah, Uncle's proud of you. Your dad's proud of you and keep fucking going hard, bro. Go hard in the paint. And like you said, bro, you ain't got time to fear nothing. I
Nah,
like
fuck
that.
'em, we ball.
Yep.
Fuck it.
Fear nothing. Yep. Right on. Well, shakas for the cameras.
Uh, fuck yeah.
Right on. We're out. Shout out to the Artist Group Network. Aloha.